Good morning, everyone. I'm Miss Five. I'm sure you already know. I saw that many of our students were getting devices probably for the first time. Maybe you haven't gotten to come to one of our online classes yet. So I wanted to give you a quick little rundown. I know they give you instructions at the device pickup. There was that little meeting, but sometimes it's just so overwhelming, especially if you don't have that device in your hand. So let me show you a few of the things that we use when we're in Teams. And I think they really help students to be able to navigate their way through the day, really. So let me go ahead. I'm going to share my screen with you. It's the button that has a rectangle with a little arrow. Students don't normally use this button, by the way, because it can kind of take over our class a little bit. So it's usually just if we're in a meeting with them personally and not like an actual class, because otherwise it can get a little crazy if everyone's trying to share their screen at the same time. So if you look, one, that activity button just tells you your most recent events. You can go to your chat and message your teacher. If you're searching for someone on the chat, you click on chat, search right here, and then you can go just start typing Fife. And it should take you, maybe, oh, it won't let me search my own name, but if I do Thornton, all I have is the TH and I can see, oh, there's Miss Thornton. I can send her a nice little message right here. I need help with this, please. Easy peasy. If I go to Teams, sometimes you have to click it a couple times. It'll show you all the teams you're part of. And there's block 1, block 2, block 3. Your child has their own set of teams. If you click into that, I'll show you my block 1. How about that? There's posts. These are recent things your teacher has put on here. There might be conversation on there. Sometimes we attach files for students to be able to access. Some of the teachers are using a notebook to keep their work coming. There's assignments in there, which are really important. That's how you would find their assignments. Yours might look a little different from the student side, but you can see what's turned in, what's not. You can find your own grades on there if you're curious. On mine, I have a little dictionary. I posted our schedule just in case it gets lost. It's in the files part. So feel free to just kind of click around and just explore and start getting used to these things. If you go to assignments, let's say you're looking at Mrs. Fife's block 1 assignments and you're thinking, what assignments does she have for me? Oh, here they are. And once you've turned it in, it'll tell you. If it gets returned back to you, you can click on the little return button and it'll tell you, oh, this has been graded or this was missing work. You can go to the calendar. I think this is the most helpful feature of all. It tells you when you have meetings. So see this little bar, we just missed morning announcements. And in my calendar, I'm free until my first block. When that little line is within like 5 minutes before class, usually a teacher starts it, there will be a purple button and it says join right here. You just click in and you'll sometimes wait in this little lobby or waiting room. Once you're in the meeting, the teachers let you in. If you need to make a call, you really shouldn't unless you're contacting a teacher, but there's a call feature as well. There's files, if you have things saved on here. There's a few other things that you guys can access. Let me go stop sharing the screen. I am now going to show you what it looks like when you're in a meeting. I'm going to share the screen that I'm looking at right now. So if you are in the meeting already, Miss Five, Miss Thornton, or Miss Morris have let you in, I'm going to show you. It's going to look like this. Just kidding. It's going to look, even, like we've worked with this a lot already and we're still getting there. Okay, can you see? Let's see. I would like to show you guys the screen that I'm looking at. This. That's not it. So if I can't get it, that's okay. I'm going to see, I'll just describe it to you. So when you're in the meeting, like I'm looking at it right now, for some reason I'm not able to show you. There is a little button at the top. It has little people to show who's all in the class. Those are the participants in our meeting. There is a speech bubble and it has little lines. You click on that, and that's the chat for that meeting. So if one of your teachers adds a link in there, you can click on it. It'll take you where you need to go. Sometimes we might say if you can't be in class, or if you can't turn on your mic because maybe it's really loud or whatever it is, your mic's not working, you can always type it into the chat. It might take you a little longer, but it's an option. There's a hand at the top, which is raise your hand. You can have it up or down, so that just tells us, hey, this person has a question. Or sometimes we might say, who was able to do this for class? And they might put their hand up or not. There's 3 dots that are more actions. If you click on that, there are some pretty cool options. I like the apply background effects. So it says apply background effect. It has a person and it has stripes behind them. So if you're in your home and maybe you don't want people to see everything behind you, you can choose to just blur. There's a blur option for sure for everybody. So if you guys see that, I clicked on the one that says BLUR, blur. So that means everything that's behind me is blurry. So, I mean, if you didn't have time to clean your room and you're worried about that, go ahead and click that option. Look, it kind of blurs my bun back there. But it's okay. It's better that we see what you're doing, and you can keep all your private things private if you prefer. Some students have other options, like I'm clicking on another one right now, and I can have where I'm at school, maybe in a locker room, I think. You can apply that, or if you prefer to have no background because you don't mind, you're fine with people seeing what's behind you, just there's a circle with a line through it, and just click apply. So I think that's a great way to have your camera on, but also respect your privacy as well. When you do come to class, you're going to want your microphone muted. So there's a picture of a little microphone at the top, or sometimes it's on the side, and it just is like a oval with a little line under it. It's the microphone. If you click it, it'll put a line through it and it'll say mute, which means the sound that you're making won't come across. We'll say unmute it when we want you to share an answer or different points in the day, but you'll want to come in with it muted. See, I just did it, just in case. And then there's a picture of a camcorder. It's a rectangle with a triangle to the side. That's your picture, so the video. So if something's happening at your house that you don't want people to see, or sometimes it just happens where you don't want to draw attention to something, and but you're still there, you're not watching TV, you're not visiting with others, you can turn off that camera. So I'm going to do it right now. You can still hear me, but let's say something was happening and I didn't want other people to see it. Maybe my little sibling was being crazy like they like to do. Yeah. But it's okay. We would rather see you. If you need to blur the background, go for it. And again, I said there's that share button. We usually only have that for personal meetings. So I think that's a quick little rundown. You might have already heard that at the meeting, but I just want to make sure while you have your device, you're able to play around with it a little bit. If you have any other questions, please let us know. We're here to help and try to help make it a little less stressful. So thank you. Hope to see you soon.